Hey everybody, thanks for watching my channel, Giddy Up Adventures. My name's Matthew. So, my last video was really popular. It was hacks for moto camping, and I thought to myself, you know, half the time we go out on the motorcycles on some adventure, but a lot of times we just take the dirt bikes out and car camp for the weekend. And I don't know if I've ever seen a video on hacks for that. So this is a video for hacks for just a casual weekend, getting dirty with your dirt bikes. All right, so not every time we go on a moto adventure are we off on an isolated mountain with just our motorcycle. A lot of times we have a van along, and these are my hacks for camping with some stuff around. So when it comes to the camp kitchen, I've got a few things to go over. I used to have a Yeti cooler, and I find myself always worrying about it. Like, is somebody gonna break into the car for it? Or if I leave it out at the campsite, is somebody gonna steal it? They're expensive, and I think they're kind of a thief attractant. So I actually got rid of it, and now I just use an Igloo. I don't know, it's like $100. It keeps stuff cold for 4 or 5 days, which is totally fine. If you know what, if you stay out 2 weeks at a time or a week at a time, go buy yourself a Yeti cooler because you deserve it. But this thing works just fine for me. And inside of it are a couple things that also work for me. You know, I use these little blue ice pack things sometimes, and I have a couple different sizes, but at the end of the day, I really prefer frozen water. If I freeze this big cube of ice, it'll stay cold a lot longer than one of these little ice packs. So, and unlike the ice pack, I can drink this or cook with it or make tea with it. So most of the time I'm freezing a gallon jug or one of these square ones that fit into the cooler nicely. A couple more hacks real quick. I can't tell you how many times I've gone camping and I bring all this ornate stuff to cook, and then I'm like, I forgot forgot butter or cooking oil. And so the way around that is I just get an olive oil spray, and I keep that in here or in my just regular camping gear. They don't expire, they don't need to be refrigerated, and then I have it indefinitely. All right, hack number 2. The problem that we're gonna solve for is these straps from Home Depot. The metal hooks eventually lose their rubber and they start scratching your handlebars or other parts of your bike. And then also over time, these things just get frayed and they're really not gonna be as strong as they were originally. So we recently invested in actual motorcycle tie downs, which are way more reinforced with stitching, and they use fabric to loop around the bike. So this is around your handlebar, a soft cloth rather than a metal hook that's losing its rubber. And these have been a huge peace of mind, and we can just trust that the bikes will be okay. All right, the next hack has to deal with this problem. When you put 2 motorcycles in a trailer, the handlebars are stacked on top of each other and they start rubbing. And when they rub, you get what we have here, which is my engine kill switch has been rubbed away, and my high-low beam selector has been rubbed off entirely. So I'll show you next how to deal with that. So there's 2 hacks that are needed for this, well, maybe 3. So you have to lower the bike that's lower a couple inches using your straps, and then I put a piece of foam in between so the handlebars of one bike are not messing up the tender bits of the other one. And if you don't have a piece of foam like this, I've actually used like an old hiking boot. You can slip that on your handlebar and actually use the shoelaces to tie so that it stays in place. And I've also done this on trailer hitch style single bike carriers so that your handlebars don't go through the rear windshield of the car or truck or whatever. It's not so much a hack, but just common sense. Every time you get the bikes trailered up, we take out the ignition key and put it in the cup holders in our vehicles so that they're always, always, always in the same place. Nothing's more frustrating than going through all this hassle to ride your bike and then not having a key to start your bike. All right, the problem here that we have a hack for is you're driving along in your pickup truck and you have your bikes in the back of your pickup truck, And when you hit a certain speed, sometimes, in my case, it was like 57 to 60 miles an hour, my straps would start vibrating and go, and make this horrible sound that sounded like a chainsaw. And the solution for that is really easy. You just give the strap 2 or 3 turns so it's twisted and the buzz sound goes away. All right, so a couple more hacks I have for you. A lot of times, you know, this is America, we like our stuff big, and I find that can be a pain in the butt. So I used to carry around a 7-gallon water container for my camping needs, and I really found that 3 gallons is plenty. I have enough extra water to wash my hands, drink out of. We usually have some bottled water in the cooler anyway, so I'll get to that in a minute. So yeah, a 3-gallon jug is a lot, you know, it's half the weight. So it's the 7-gallon one is 56 pounds. This is 24 pounds. So yeah, I like that a lot. Another thing where you can go small and it's a little bit advantageous, I got this little propane tank by Ignic, and it comes in a little container, but it's just like the big bulk propane things, but it's not as bulky. So last time I got this filled up, it was $3. The last time I bought the little green 16-ounce ones, it was $7.95. So even though this is many times bigger, it's more convenient. I don't have to worry about propane every time I go camping, but it's still small enough to tuck under the sink in the van. All right, so here's my next hack. One problem is I'm always running out of paper towels, and if we have these, some of these aluminum cooking kits will have Teflon interior so that lasagna doesn't stick to them or whatever, but that gets scratched off if your pots are jiggling each other. So I always try to nest them with paper towels in between. You know, then you have a paper towel you can use, and it also just prevents that coating from getting worn off while you're driving home.